Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary texts? The ancillary products that I made, as well as the music video, are an 8-panel digipack which has both CD and DVD features within the pack, and I also made a poster which promotes the digipack, and the poster is to be placed in a magazine. The name of the poster and digipack is Blue Eyes. The genre is folk indie, and my target audience is 16 to 24-year-old girls who come from an ABC1 household. Before making the ancillary products, I needed to look at primary research to give me ideas of what my ancillary products will look like. I researched several posters and digipacks that relate to my artist's subgenre, which is indie folk. Firstly, when looking at magazine posters, I looked in Q magazine for examples. I looked in Q magazine because the magazine itself promotes many artists from different subgenres, including indie folk. I looked at posters such as Ed Sheeran, Gary Go and Ryan Adams, as they were all relatable to my artist subgenre. The poster will also promote the artist's debut album, which again is relatable to my artist, as the digipack I designed was the artist's debut album. When researching ideas to help me make my digipack, I again looked at the artist's digipacks which were relatable to my artist, Megan Edgar. A prime example of this is the Taylor Swift album Flawless. I particularly looked at the cover image of the digipack, which was a mid-shot picture of her looking flawless. I decided that I would pastiche this into my product. I also looked at the font used for our album. The font was in a type of handwritten style, which made the digipack look very personal. This is relatable to a subgenre, indie folk, because the folk indie songs are very personal to the artist, as they are normally about the artist's past experiences and relationships, and that the mode of address is always to act positive. This is relatable to my artist because the song Blue Eyes is about her rocky relationship with a particular boy, but eventually they get back together and they are happy again. To target my chosen audience, 16 to 24-year-old, with a 70-30 gender split favouring females, I've focused on pastiche codes and conventions from digipacks and posters from female artists, such as Ellie Goulding and Taylor Swift. By making the designs of my ancillary products look more feminine and sensitive, by only using images of the female artist, the soft tones in the background, and the costume of my artist, which is casual and not flashy, which shows that she is a typical female. The female audience will be more likely be willing to buy my products. By placing an acoustic guitar in my products, it will make my products look relatable to the indie folk genre. This is because the acoustic guitar is an iconic instrument for this genre and is also the subcultural capital for this genre, Sarah Thornton. It made my products look identical to the indie folk genre and again will attract an audience who enjoys listening to that genre. By using bright colours such as the colour of the text used, which contrasts the dark background I've used, and making my products not text heavy, it will be suitable for the younger audience, because after asking my friends what they would want to be included in my products, and that is what they suggested. Although, on the other hand, this is biased because I know the people who I asked, and it still helped me because they are in my target audience age group, and also the group was predominantly made of females. To take pictures of my product, I used a Canon DSLR camera. Megan, our artist, was the only model used for the pictures I took. She wore a grey and black stripy dress with black tights. I chose this particular costume for her to make the preferred reading that she is dressed in everyday clothes, to make the album look personal because she is dressed as herself. The songs in the album are about her past experiences, hence why the album is so personal to her. The image I took for the digipack's cover image is Megan sat down giving an indirect gaze away from the camera. I didn't include the guitar in the cover image, although it is an iconic instrument for the folk indie subgenre, because of the fact on the day of shooting, Megan's guitar was in fact broken. On the other hand, because there is a picture of the guitar inside the digipack, it still tells the audience what type of genre the digipack is. The guitar was one of the main focuses in the music video. By using the guitar in the digipack, it creates synergy because it was the main iconography in the music video, and it will be the main iconography in the digipack as well. I took a picture of Clifton Park. The shot was a point of view shot, and then I split it into two halves to be placed on the inside left and right panels of the digipack. This is because Clifton Park was the main filming location for the music video, and therefore again it creates synergy as it reminds the audience that the digipack and the music video are relatable. By using images of the filming location, it helped me create a preferred reading of Megan using the park as a place to reflect her and her life, and to also spend time with her boyfriend. For the discs, I took pictures of the guitar and also Blue Eye. This is because as I previously said, the guitar is the main iconography in the music video, therefore it is being placed in the digipack. This is so it creates synergy. I used an image of a Blue Eye because the name of the music video is called Blue Eyes, and also the digipack is called Blue Eyes. It reminds the audience what the album is called, and it also creates synergy. By using images that are relatable to the music video, it creates a horizontal integration. This is because the song Blue Eyes and the artist is placed across two media platforms, which are video and print. For the poster, I used the same image from the cover image of the digipack and used it on the poster as well. This is because when a consumer looks at the poster, they will know what the digipack looks like and they can easily identify it with the poster. Therefore, I used images and text to create a brand for the artist. For editing, I used Photoshop CS 5.5. I use this editing software to manipulate my images by using the tint tool by the image drop-down menu. I applied a dark blue tint to the images with an occupancy of 22%. I used the tint tool because by applying the blue filter, it keeps in theme with the name of the album, Blue Eyes. The tint is applied to all of my images used in my digipack and poster. It gives my ancillary products an identity, and it is also relatable to my video, which again is called Blue Eyes. The images on my ancillary products are low-key. This is because it gives a preferred reading that the tracks on the digipack are quite dark and depressing, which again is relatable to the subculture of indie folk because the majority of artists in the indie folk genre perform songs about breakup and heartbreak. It relates to the actual song and music video Blue Eyes as the song is about a breakup. The font for the digipack title Blue Eyes is Arial Black. I use this font because it's big and bold and it makes the name the main focal point of the digipack. It stands out from the cover image due to it being white with a light blue stroke around it. By using a blue stroke, it keeps in theme with the digipack's name. I use the Arial Black font with white and blue stroke for the track listings on the back cover to keep the digipack consistent. Also, it makes the digipack look more realistic. For the Megan Edgar text, I used a handwritten font. I pastiched this from the Taylor Swift digipack Flawless. It gives the album a personal touch as the whole digipack is about her past experiences and relationships. It mediates that Megan, the artist, wrote it herself, which again gives it a personal touch. I included the DVD and CD format logos as well as the record label, Big Machine Records logo, onto my digipack to make it look more realistic by including the codes and conventions needed to create a digipack. For my poster, I again used an Arial Black font with the colour white to make the writing stand out from the black background I used. It contrasts with the background, making the writing the main focal point. I placed the front cover of the digipack onto my poster. This is because it makes both digipack and poster relatable, and again, as suggested, it helps the consumer know what the album looks like if they are wishing to buy it. I applied a white stroke around the cover image to make the cover image stand out from the black background, to make the image look more noticeable from a distance. By adding quotes from Q Magazine and Acoustic FM, which are relatable to the folk indie genre, it makes my poster seem more realistic as the quotes come from companies which are associated and relatable with the indie folk genre.